Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Alexander Grace.
Please.
No.
Please let me back
No.
in. Please. Please.
I
Please.
called the police. You're staying out there.
I'm just having a bad day. Please let me
I don't think you know.
My Bumble date locked me outside the window ledge on the 20th floor.
What a bad day really is. You gonna find out.
No, please. Just let me in, please.
No.
I'll leave. Just let me in, please,
You're gonna
please.
fucking leave, you swear?
You're gonna push me off. Just let me leave, please, please.
Are you gonna leave?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes, I'll leave. Just let me in, please, please. Please.
You bet.
Oh, so he was trying to kick her out. She wouldn't leave and he got her out there? Okay.
Leave. Get
I'm
out.
leaving. I'm leaving.
Get out. No. Get back. Go. Out. Get out.
I think that this woman expected an outpouring of sympathy. Like, the text is very provocative. My Bumble date locked me outside on the window ledge on the 20th floor. But when I checked the comments, even women could see through this. He was the victim here. I feel like you're not sharing some important context. I feel like he's not the one who's wrong. I'm not on.
Oh, I'm surprised that so many women are actually, defending this man.
Your side. When a woman is mistreating you and violating your boundaries, there are 3 different ways that you can respond. In this video, I'm going to reveal the middle path because it is the only way you should ever speak to women. Kindness won't work. Women hate that. Vengeance is pointless too because it just recycles shame back and forth. Many relationships operate under a cloud of shame. The man and the woman get locked into an endless cycle, constantly arguing about where the shame should land. The fights just become about transferring shame, not actually about solving any problems. And if this is your dynamic, it's incredibly demoralizing because when you look at your girlfriend, you realize that she's not actually seeing you as a teammate. You're more like a tool for her own shame avoidance, or like an emotional landfill where she dumps all of her own unresolved emotions. And if this is your dynamic, I can understand why you would want to push back, why vengeance would seem appealing. Stop blaming me for everything. Stop attacking me. Stop telling me that I'm the bad one. It's you that is the problem. You're the immature one. You're terrible for all these reasons. You push it all back on her and it feels defensive because you feel like you were being attacked. You're just returning the energy that was shoved onto you. And yeah, you're on top right now, but it's not going to last. You haven't won. You've lost because she's dragged you into this toxic seesaw game where you just throw shame back and forth at each other.
You know what is like a real man? Real men are providers, and they never throw into my face and list the things they do as a man.
Let me tell you what a real woman is. A real woman, an attractive woman, is one that's calm and gentle and not argumentative, angry, and bitchy.
So what you're doing with me then?
That's a good question.
To say that she's being bitchy or to call her a bitch might make you feel powerful in the moment, but it's actually weakness. She couldn't own her shame, so she threw it onto you. But if you're equally volatile and reactive, then that just shows that you couldn't handle the shame either. Like if you're out with your girlfriend and she's being blatantly disrespectful, she's flirting with another man. Vengeance says, I'll teach her a lesson. I'll make her feel what I'm feeling. I'll flirt with someone too so she can taste her own medicine. But that's only going to escalate. Shame gets recycled as you push it away from yourself. A lot of men know that, so they say, I'm not going to play the shame-blame game. I'm going to respond differently. I'll show kindness. That's how I'll break the cycle. I'll just accept the blame and be kind. This is the favored strategy of men with low self-esteem. They accept mistreatment because deep down they think that they deserve it. If their girlfriend flirts with another man, he thinks, okay, just let her have her fun. on. It's my job to be kind. It's not my place to stop her from enjoying herself. I'll just, pretend I haven't noticed. His priority is to be a good guy and to put her needs first, thinking that accepting the blame and allowing her to vent her emotions at him is how he's going to show that he loves her. And deep down, he's hoping that at some point she's going to see how sincere his love is for her and she's going to respond with gratitude and appreciation. But that is never, ever going
That's definitely a lot of us growing up.
to happen. If she is treating you disrespectfully and you respond with kindness, the only result is that she's going to lose respect for you and take you for granted.
What is the most painful thing anyone has ever said to you?
It was definitely what my ex said after we had our closure moment. She said that I was the person that got her out of her depression and got her outside. And then the moment that she realized she had to do that for me, she couldn't, and so she left me.
Man, that is brutal. But the truth is that women are not attracted to men who allow their boundaries to be violated. They see them as weak. Now, does that mean that you shouldn't help your girlfriend through her depression or you shouldn't give people second chances? No, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. But what's important is how you give a woman a second chance. Do not do it through kindness. As a man, you are well positioned to take charge of the situation, to be a leader, and to actually break the cycle. And to do this, you need to employ the middle path, the one that shows masculinity, leadership. It's proactive, it's morally righteous. Now I'm going to explain what this middle path is and how it works. Back to the video and how to handle things with a woman when stuff starts to break down. You don't have to be kind or weak or aggressive, acting out of vengeance. Leadership in conflict means you set the emotional tone. You don't follow hers. Think about martial arts. You can block, you can counterattack, you can absorb the blow, or you can step aside. It's a very effective way of using your opponent's energy against them. Minimal necessary force, letting your opponent defeat themselves. She wanted to push the shame onto you. You don't accept it, and you don't attack her either. You're not going to play that game. You're above that. And the longer that she tries to drag you down, the more foolish she looks. This is what the middle path looks like. If you want to give her a second chance, don't do it out of kindness. Do it from mercy. What separates a merciful man from a kind or a vengeful one is that he has a choice. Vengeance is emotionally reactive. It just lashes out without thought. Kindness is emotionally passive. It accepts punishment without objection. Mercy might look like kindness, but what makes it different is that it came from a choice. If his boundaries are violated, he could punish her. He could attack her. He could abandon her. He has the strength and the moral righteousness to exact revenge, but he chooses not to. You can see on his back that the sword is an option, but he chooses the flower. That's what makes his kindness powerful, because she knows that his mercy is not weakness, it is restraint. Take our example where she flirts with another man. He doesn't accept it, but he doesn't get angry either. He lets her know that if you want to flirt with other men, that's your choice, but it's not behavior that I'm going to accept from my girlfriend. If she has violated your boundaries, she will be made aware. Not in a shaming, aggressive way, but in a manner that communicates that you have standards, and that if she
Put up boundaries, men, and then tell people your boundaries and enforce them yourself.
wants to continue as your girlfriend, she needs to improve. You are willing to grant mercy, to give her a chance to regain your trust, but it is contingent upon her taking accountability. By acting like this, you show yourself to be a judge, not a doormat, not an attack dog, but someone mature enough to weigh and consider. In arguments where she is being aggressive, you tell her, it's not okay that you're trying to shame me, but I won't descend to your level. Your boundaries are not an attack on her, so she can't renew her aggression by feeling defensive. And by refusing to accept her shame, to take that on, it means that that energy stays with her. This isn't punishment, this is natural consequences. Because the shame was never yours to begin with, it was hers. And now she's left to swim in her own discomfort.
This might be a little bit much for me. It's kind of going over my head a little bit on the thought process of this shaming stuff. But I kind of understand it, but I think I'm a little bit off.
A good thing. That's what you want. A merciful man lets her fall on her own sword. He doesn't rescue her from her own behavior. This doesn't mean that you're unaffected or that her behavior doesn't hurt you. If she lies, mistreats, or disrespects you, of course it will hurt, but you've got to examine the specifics of that pain. If you're sad because you've been betrayed, That makes sense. You loved someone, you trusted them, and they hurt you. Naturally, you're going to feel grief. But with that pain, it's easy to stay non-reactive, to simply assert your boundaries. But if the pain that you feel is that her shaming you activates a shame that you already feel internally about yourself, it's going to be way
Is that what that is? That actually kind of makes sense.
harder to stay centered and in control. ACT therapy or ACT therapy calls this the difference between clean and dirty pain. Clean pain is a good thing. It's what you should feel. A masculine man doesn't need to be stoic and emotionless. When sad things happen to you, loss, betrayal, it's normal to have a sad reaction. But you don't want dirty pain where sad occurrences in your life trigger a feeling of being defective inside. The goal here is to free you of shame, because that shame is the fertile ground that will allow a woman's mistreatment of you to germinate. I hope that you're paying attention to this message, because you're not going to see it repeated in the culture. The cultural messaging about boundary violations in relationships is strongly weighted in favor of women. And the result is that many men are being abused and they don't even realize it. Recognizing toxic femininity is half of the battle, but the other half is to rid yourself of any shame that you might have inside you that's going to leave you vulnerable.
Damn. Again, slightly went over my head, but the idea of processing your own shame, and it's the small shames or the shame that you feel yourself, makes sense to me. Because if you did process that, they wouldn't be able to project their shame onto you and you not feel very similar, because you already have shame in you. That makes sense. This actually makes sense. You know, like maybe we need to rethink about what we're ashamed of with our own lives. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time.